Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Well, very interesting story. It came up. I'd seen it a couple of days ago, I think, and it's you get a little bit of you see it's happening all the time. People have some buyer's remorse. Well, it seems like legendary filmmaker Oliver Stone has a little bit of remorse, a little bit of regret when it comes to voting for Joe Biden. This article came out in Breitbart. I'll bring it up so you can check it out with me. Uh, I was reading it and I saw a couple of other reports on it here. Filmmaker Oliver Stone regrets voting for Joe Biden, saying, I made a mistake. Well, no joke. No joke. Director Oliver Stone said he regrets voting for Smokey Joe in the 2020 election, warning that the president is dragging the country into a potential World War III with Russia. Hey, listen, personally, I think we've already entered World War III. I've got to be honest. I mean, virtually is the whole world is interacting with this war anyway. I mean, even somewhere like Australia, we're sending vehicles, we're sending things to Ukraine to help them. The US is helping to arm Ukraine. So, just because we haven't got boots on the ground in Ukraine doesn't mean it's not a world war, I think, anyway. And I mean, let's be honest, if you think that Australia hasn't got SAS soldiers sitting around the border somewhere, I bet you they're sitting in watching intently. So Stone expressed his voters' remorse by slamming the Biden administration's handling of the war in Ukraine. This is a potential World War III, the two-time Oscar-winning director said. This is the same situation as World War I in a sense. The stupidity of it, because of the alliances and the fears and the built-up phobias. If we don't stop this, what Biden is doing, I voted for him. I made a mistake, thinking that he was an old man now, that he would calm down. This is the problem. He had a history. Okay, you looked at his political history. He was not adverse to going to war if he had to. Anyway, goes on to say he thought he'd be more mellow and so forth. I didn't see that at all. So I'll just play this video. This is Oliver Stone speaking. It's a video that came up on Twitter.
This is a potential World War III. This is the same situation as World War I in a sense. The stupidity of it because of the alliances and the fears and the built-up phobias. If we don't stop this, what Biden is doing, this guy is, I voted for him. I made a mistake. I'm thinking that he was an old man now, that he would calm down, he'd be more mellow and so forth. I didn't see that at all. I see a man who maybe is not in charge of his own administration, who knows, but he's going to fall down somewhere. But it seems that he's dragging us stupidly into a confrontation with a power that's not going to give.
So there you go. We had him. That's what he was saying. I think that was an interview that he did with Russell Brand. The funny thing is, the left over there, in the US, they all hate Trump. And yet he seems to be the only president in a long time that have actually taken them out of war situations. You look at what he had going on in Afghanistan. He was withdrawing troops. He had a small amount of troops left in Afghanistan, which seemed to be keeping things very steady over there. There was no conflict going on. Smokey Joe gets in, just rips them all out. It was only a couple of thousand troops there. Rips them all out virtually in one day. The place falls apart, and it falls back into the Taliban's hands overnight. Not to mention all the arms that he left in the country. The man is just a fool. And, there were so many good things that Trump did. And yet he's the one that they're convicting. They're convicting on all these charges now. And yet all these other presidents who actually took America into war that caused a lot of death and destruction around the world don't have to answer for any of the things that they've done. So Oliver Stone showing a bit of regret, a bit of remorse for voting for Smokey Joe. What do you reckon? Hey, you get the devil is in the detail with Smokey Joe Biden. And if you think that it's actually Smokey Joe who's running things over there and is calling the shots, personally, I think this is just Obama 2.0. This is his third term. He's just behind the scenes. If you look at how many people come from the administration, the Obama administration, that are now sitting in Biden's administration, I think it's just Obama 2.0. That's what's happening. So, yeah, Oliver Stone may regret voting for him, but unless people wake up and realize that they've just been lied to by the left, you need a significant amount of people to wake up and realize that they've been lied to and being lied to about Trump. Unfortunately, I don't see anything else happening over there because the left controls so much of the media. They control the lies. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Does anyone else in America who voted for Biden actually regret voting for him now? Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna